A warm welcome to the PlayPan Podcast. Podcast for good, fostering a culture of giving, one story at a time. I'm Kendrick Choo, your host for this journey. We'll be diving into the heartening stories that underscore how PlayPan cultivates a culture of giving. Together, we are redefining how we give back to society, making a difference through the power of play. Okay, welcome Kendrick. Welcome to PlayPan Podcast. Maybe before we start, right, can you do a short introduction about yourself? Where were you from? What were you doing? And how do you get involved with PlayPan?
Okay, so well, thanks for having me on the podcast. So happy to be here. I'm local Singaporean. I've been in the media advertising industry in the past. Then I went on from that filming advertising to fashion. So I was doing more of the media side for fashion, mix of photography, shooting editorials, all that kind of stuff. And then after a while, I saw like there was this gap because my background after all was in visual effects, all that CGI stuff lah. So, and then also during this point of time, it was very trendy, I would say, to have all these 3D visuals, visual effects, all that. And then I tried to combine it together. So that was kind of how SANGREALCORP, basically my company, we are a creative media tech agency. Yeah, basically how we got born, it was through combining fashion and all this visual effects stuff together. Then we started doing small projects for magazines, all that. Then went on to handle bigger projects, more experiential. So we are slowly pushing the boundaries of what's capable using tech to create immersive media experiences.
Yeah, so you were saying, how did the name come about?
Oh yeah, right, the name. So Sangreal, I studied French for about 2 years.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then Sangreal, actually it's Sangreal, it means royal blood in French. And our vision was to, serve like the royalties, the monarchy of their industries. Yeah, so like those with authoritative power, in the
So the spelling is in French? Or?
Yeah, SANGREAL is in French. Yeah. And Corp, well, I think it was our love for Resident Evil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Umbrella Corp.
Wow.
Yeah, so we thought it was okay.
That is really booming back all the way. So we should be around like the same era, same generation.
Somewhat I think, yeah. I'm quite an old soul. I like all the old stuff.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So you were started like from the creative, the visual arts, then all the 3D stuff. Then how do you get yourself involved with PlayPan?
Well, actually, it all started with Gary. I think most people was with Gary also. So when he had 10 Square, the vending machine, and my partner was like, hey, very cool at that building. So I don't know if he wants me to say but they are somewhat related lah.
Okay.
Yeah, of sorts. Then he was like, hey, let's go and talk to Gary. So we met up with him, proposed some ideas. We did a Chinese New Year visual this year for him. And then we kept in touch here and there. Then suddenly he was like, hey, Kendrick, I got this event, Peace Center, come on. Okay, I came down. I still remember the first day, it was like, no aircon, damn hot.
Oh, the handing over of the keys, right?
Yeah, that event. Then it was quite a mess, it wasn't what it is right now.
Right,
yeah.
It's transformed so much.
Yeah. So we spoke to Gary, he introduced us to Yvonne, then she was like, hey, let's do something together,
That's how you got involved in PlayPan.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, we got a space, work with all the people here, and then we also help PlayPan with creating visuals. Yeah.
I think the last event that was an opening where you guys did, is that?
Oh yeah, that was the one. Yeah, so it was like entering the front door, and then the whole place is like transformed. So it's kind of reimagining
and virtual.
Yeah, that one.
With the real capturing of.
Yeah, so we actually 3D scanned the whole mall and then turn it into like somewhat a reimagination because the idea of PlayPan is doing good, reimagining how we can the space, the people, everything. So we thought it could be an interesting take on it.
Yeah, because because I still remember, right, initially I don't get it. Why is this? It looks familiar. Then it goes up to the escalator. Yeah, but I think only on the second look, right? Because they were playing it. Before the event started, they were just playing it.
Yeah.
I was just watching it, and then after that, when they do it, when the event started, they was playing it one time. Oh, then I can see that resemblance of the space that you guys really take shoot of the moving up to your unit on the second level, right? That was how I think it was another way of showing people, means combining the visual, the space, or what we call the virtual world, together with the real world that you guys have been doing. Is that something that you guys were trying for the first time, or something that you guys have been doing for a while?
I mean, the whole idea of combining the physical world and the virtual is something we've been doing and trying to push the boundaries of. So, I mean, so far, I would say thus far, it's been using augmented reality, like mainly filters on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, kind of creating an alternate universe that you can see on your phone, and then tying in with commercial brands, experiences, or like we did one with 29 rooms, so it's like combining, the actual space and the virtual world. So of course, I mean, moving forward, we always try and like take it one step further, what can we change or like push it even better to increase the eyeballs, attention, or the user experience, all that kind of stuff.
So good. So seeing from you are just kind of like experimenting with the real world and the visual virtual world coming together. So how has it been helping you, especially you run your own creative agency? How has it been helping you, and what do you see it moving forward from there? Because now we talk about Web3, talk about AI, AR, VR, and all that. So how would that bring to the table, especially the new space?
I would say, I mean, in terms of Web3, because I mean, ultimately, still a lot of people don't understand. They don't dare to go and venture into Web3 or that. So I think having all these augmented reality, different forms of experiences can actually help ease people into it slowly. That is something that's not too much of a new thing to them. Because like, they can still access it through like Instagram, platforms that they are very comfortable with, or even on just the web browser. And in terms of AR, VR, definitely I see it changing a lot in the future. Maybe more of AR, because VR you have to wear the goggles. Many people are lazy, including myself. I also see sometimes like, lazy to wear. So I think in terms of the consumer's point of view, and AR is more susceptible for them to actually go and just try, because like, take out your phone, one or two times you just press on your phone and then you got it. So and also Meta, all that, they're constantly pushing it, especially with AI. Every week there's like new stuff happening. I have to like learn new programs, all that. So I think it's really gonna evolve rapidly, at least in the 1 year. So
because when I went to your unit, right, because you guys had transformed that space into kind of like a mix of real virtual reality, and you talk about augmented reality, which is AR. That when we first walk in, right, we have to use our phone to scan this QR code to get this filter or Instagram, right? Then after that, you will see a pop-up, you see an animation that's like with your actual real life display together with the virtual. So is that something that you guys want to showcase, or this something that you guys have been doing for your clients?
It's a mix of both, actually. I mean, we've been doing it for quite a while, and then showcasing wise, yes, also because there's quite a bit of foot traffic around, people coming in.
They get curious, they get...
got like bar owners and those 美容院 owners.
So it just sparked their curiosity, and I give them some ideas.
And then, I mean, ultimately, the business, the end goal is for them to come back to us. So it's kind of like floating the ideas to them, prospects, maybe convert leads or what.
So basically it's a space for your creativity that you want to propose to people. And instead of like proposing one-to-one, since there's a space here, there's foot traffic, and they'll be curious, they'll go in and then check it out. I think it's the kind of experiential feeling that you're giving people. And especially over here in PlayPan, right, there's a lot of business owner over here also, that we have our own unit, we take up, we are selling stuff. I think that also give them exposure to what is there to be used in terms of getting attention, right? Because ultimately, creativity, visuals, everything is just to capture the attention, especially from the agency standpoint, is to how to help your clients to capture the attention of the consumer. Because now, when we talk about mobile devices, right, we were just swiping, scrolling, very hard to capture that.
You have to catch within the first 3 seconds. the brand awareness, everything. Otherwise, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work lah. So, yeah.
So that's why I think for you, right, over here is like the playground. You can put it out and see the interest. You can also get real-time feedback, right, on people, how they feel. Because I still remember when I walked in deeper, right, there was 2 very tiny holes. And you need to smell. And then I remember I don't know whether is it you or someone of your staff, right, was saying that, oh, this is our client's product. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. That you get people to be curious about their setup. And then when they smell it, oh, it's your client's product. It's like you infusing the curiosity, even the experiential kind of feel together with the client's product. And that also bring people to, oh, it smells nice. What is this product about? People get to curious. Is that more of a design behind it? Design thinking that you guys had that, like, to combine this, or it's just for you? Or is it something that you guys have been doing for the client? You're just putting it over here. Is it something new or experimenting?
It was a mix actually, because for our client-wise, we were helping them with the social media, the launch images, video, all that. So, I mean, we had a space, and then I was like, why don't we just try something, see if we could push it further for them as well. I mean, help them also at the same time. So I think the hole in the wall wise, I could have just placed the diffuser. They call it a diffuser, the candle and diffuser. I could have just placed it at the grass, but I thought, maybe if I could make it more interesting, pick people's interest, kind of have a bit of interaction, maybe it could be better. So, yeah.
So it's like something in your mind that you want to put it out, and since you have the space here over at PlayPan, and why not do it up and see what's the response, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Because honestly, a lot of it was not really planned like way back. It's a lot of
spontaneous.
Yeah, spontaneous, impromptu. Like, hey, let's just try this or that, Yeah.
I think it's like really a playground. It's like a creative playground for you guys, because I think for coming from a creative agency, you guys will have a lot of ideas, right? But not every time you can execute the ideas for the client.
Yeah.
Because the client has to want something that is like more realistic and more practical, and maybe something that has been working for them. So at least now you have I would say, what do you call it? Like a playground. Like
there's that creative freedom, pretty much.
Yeah, you can do whatever that you want to test out. Like putting your things from drawing board into physical, into real life. Yeah. I can see that there's more fun, and it's very, very different out of the whole Peace Center or PlayPan. This is like a very experiential kind of feeling. People walk in feeling different. It's like entering to another universe, another perspective, or another virtual world, right? Yeah. So having said that, right, like, what is PlayPan to you?
I would say it's more of a community of like very, I don't know how to put it in a better way, but like, the kampong spirit, damn real over here. Like, there's a group chat with everyone, Chris, the third floor people, the thrift shop people, and then like, they need something, they ask, hey, got 2 box. There's like someone will, that kind of things. And it's not just like 2 box or what lah. Like, even in person, we see each other, like, someone needs a drink or what, we help. Then I still remember I got a blazer from the thrift shop the other day. Then like, I was like, hey, I want to wear tonight for an event, but it was like so crumpled. Then I went to this one.
Oh, the store.
Yeah, this shop. And then I was like, hey, can I borrow your steamer? Then she was like, hey, sure. Yeah, so
I think it's rare to find this in Singapore, right?
Yeah, especially
like randomly you go to someone and ask for something.
Yeah.
Especially like if, let's say, even you have a store, right, in one of the shopping mall, even you go to your opposite neighbor, they may not even, like, I don't know, like, really be that helpful.
Yeah.
Because they have the business, and this is not their business, this is not their unit.
Yeah.
And you talk about the kampong spirit, people coming together because to help, genuinely help, and also because PlayPan basically attract people who has maybe a kind soul, something want to do good, because the initiative, right, is for social good.
Yeah. So I guess it all plays out together, everyone with a similar mindset, everything.
Yeah. So when you talk about the kampong spirit, right? So when do you join, like, came into PlayPan?
About, I think, early October, end September, yeah.
So because with that about coming to 2 months, right? You feel the kampong spirit. So what would you say that like this kampung spirit, right? Is this something that PlayPan has and a lot of maybe other community will not have? Or is it a very unique experience because for you, you've been running your business for a while? So how is it for you, this kind of kampung spirit, especially in the creative industry?
I think most of it is attributed to Gary and Yvonne because they themselves, they walk the talk lah. They don't just say only because they really, make the effort, hands-on, everything. So I would say it definitely attracts all these like-minded people. And then, in terms of the business, right?
Correct.
Like, it's quite refreshing, especially in creative agency, right? Or in the local scene, it's very competitive.
Very, very dog-eat-dog kind of.
Yeah, or the Chinese word is 卷, Like, everything must gatekeep lah, hide from people, trade secrets. I mean, there's a limit to that lah. I mean, there's obviously, ultimately...
There's not much sharing, right?
Yeah, but then over here, people come together,
No intention.
Yeah, it's like really just for the sake of goodwill, sharing resources, knowledge, or whatever. Yeah.
I think it's really there to share, right? The like fostering a culture of giving, giving whatever, and never really expect anything much in returns. Yeah, this is what they call the kampung spirit. Like back then, our akong, ama, our grandparents, our parents, they were living in the kampong. Basically, they have not much. Like one TV can share with the whole kampong.
Yeah.
Everybody will get it, which is like what we are having over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But over here is like, I mean, if someone gives, so far like the other person always reciprocates.
Yeah, there was always a trade-off, right?
Yeah, so it's nice, really.
Yeah. So is there something that you think that this could be continue for maybe moving forward, like PlayPan 2.0?
Like post-demolish?
Yeah, post-demolish. Like, because we know that Peace Center will be demolished after the end of January.
Yeah.
And then what would you see that PlayPan moving forward to become what we call PlayPan 2.0 moving forward?
I mean, I think ultimately what defines PlayPan is the spirit itself. I know it sounds a bit tacky, but honestly, even without the space, right, I still think like, because we kind of forged a bond already.
The friendship.
Yeah, the friendship, everything. So even without a space, like they could still do, ad hoc pop-ups or whatever. But of course, having a physical mall on its own would be perfect. So I think, on top of pop-ups, could be like an online community even. You could expand out further, put in more stakeholders or what.
Or even in the virtual world, right?
Yeah, even possible because there's like small blur, all that.
Sandbox and all that.
Yeah.
Metaverse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the creativity will not stop by having a physical space.
Yeah. And also Gary has his 10 square building.
Yeah.
That was not
you
going
can always
anywhere.
like use the level 1 or whatever.
Yeah, it's always open for ideas, events.
Because for him, he's also considered the creative person because he has that billboard, right?
Yeah.
Digital billboard.
Yeah. And then past few nights, he always send me like all the LinkedIn stuff. Hey, got this new AI tech, new stuff. Yeah. So I think for business owner himself, he's very creative. Yeah.
Very out of the box. Not the typical maybe to sell car.
Yeah, exactly.
Salesperson, whatever. More creative, really going out of the box, thinking. Because I think ultimately, like for his vending machine or like the cars, like it became, that day we were talking about it, like it's like a Times Square, like the billboard in Times Square, like this iconic place that people come and check it out. Even I saw tourists coming around this area. I think this became like a gathering place for everyone to unleash their creativity. Starting from Yvonne, starting from Gary himself, the creative and the giving, right? Yvonne is very much into giving, and Gary is about the creativity. That's why he can do our landmark that is so prominent now in Singapore. And with your creativity, with a lot of the members in PlayPan, the community itself, I think there will be more things that we're creating, not just being restricted in the space. Is that something that you are looking at?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, also along the way, my time here, we've been helping him with creating some billboards, all that stuff. So, yeah, I think we're also working together to see how we can create even more engaging content. Yeah.
And that wasn't possible beforehand, right? Before PlayPan.
Yeah, definitely.
At least you met another one who's as creative, can really experiment stuff together, and really like 1 + 1 is no longer 2, right? It's more than that. Yeah. So for you, what because we know that it will be demolished, and what do you see for your setup here? Will you have a continuation from here, or you will still go back to your daily creative works and all that? Moving forward,
I think moving forward, we're aiming to relocate. Yeah, but location-wise, still uncertain because I love this place.
Yeah,
and I mean,
nostalgic, right?
Yeah, and not just that, like I also studied at LASALLE last time. So yeah, I'm just too used to it.
You grown up from here because like the printers.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's your neighborhood, like it's your kampong, right?
Yeah, and I like the mala shop next door.
Oh yeah, mala shop is good over here.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna relocate, but still not sure where yet. But for us, still not so bad, cause I mean, I think the whole showcasing our stuff in a physical space is more of an added bonus.
Yep.
Because ultimately our main business model still
online.
Yeah, online
remote.
On our computers, just
not really physical lah.
Yeah, not so much physical.
Will it be something that you're planning to do that in the future, or you just still exploring?
I would say not really, because I kind of was from a bit of the production side, photos, videos, all that. A bit tiring. And also I feel I can't really continue in the long run. It's very hectic and everything. And also, this technology is constantly evolving.
So we have to catch up.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of new stuff. So I think the USP will be even better in terms of all this AI stuff. Yeah. So I'm just hoping to focus more on that.
Thanks a lot. So before we wrap up, right, do you have any message for the audience? Maybe you can look at this camera over here and share the message with them.
Okay. Well, this place is going to be gone in like less than 2 months. So, if you guys haven't came here yet, please come by. There's a lot of other stuff, not just us. Tons of thrift shops, other brands. We've got wine, pretty much anything. So just drop by while it's still here and have fun, I guess. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you, Kendrick, once again for coming on to PlayPan Podcast, where we have a culture, we foster a culture of giving, right? So thank you for coming onto the podcast, and really thank you for you sharing and being one of the visionaries, right, that hop onto this PlayPan direction or this social initiative. So once again, thank you very much. And for everyone who's tuning in, do come out to PlayPan, and we shall see you here before it's gone. And once again, stay tuned and watch our next episode. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Kendrick, once again, thank you.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Do join us on our social media. It's available in LinkedIn, IG, TikTok. Now, thanks to our team here, now we will even have our own YouTube and Spotify. So please do join us and help spread the word on how we can come together, play for good, and reimagine giving.